saw the successful bottled water business.
Yes, I did.
Oh, buddy,
close and personal.
Steamboat wants a cut. Oh, it's a white. I may rename it George South's Hawaiian Punch. To see what legal legalities I can get away with.
I love how you babyface Ricky so much, but then before he leaves, you always remind him that he broke up with Paul Jones.
Oh yes, he did. I love that.
That every time you love him, he's the most beautiful man in the world, but you won't let it go.
No, he turned on Paul.
He's the one who turned on Paul.
He is probably the beautifulest man. I mean, I feel comfortable in my
masculinity,
my masculinity, my machoist. But Steamboat is probably pound for pound the prettiest man. Seriously, just people say, you know how a woman, you give her a compliment, she says, "Yeah, I'm pretty on the inside and out." No, Steamboat. I mean, he may be, but he's just beautiful on the outside. You see what I'm saying? I don't freaking care about the inside. He's just beautiful on the outside.
Well, he turned on Paul Jones. So how wonderful is he on the inside?
There is that little heel that's always been trying to get out. Bullet, you know that? He even says it, but they never would let him. I think it just leaked out that night in Charlotte when I was like 10 years old. He turned on Paul Jones. Paul went to split the money. They won the double battle royal, okay? And Paul went to split it with him. Steamboat turned on him. Story of mine. I can't even remember my kids' names or my grandbaby's name, but I can remember that. Bullet, when I was 10 years old. That's good stuff. Okay, we gotta officially get started.
There we go.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the edition of Dad, You Don't Work, You Wrestle. You hear the claps. You know what time it is, George. How's the weekend?
Bullet, unbelievable. First of all, I want to thank you for letting me spend the weekend with you, Bullet. Sunny and Cher continuing their tour, okay? And just a great time, Bullet. Unbelievable weekend that we had. Big time wrestling, Salem, Virginia. Baseball stadium-ish, beautiful stadium, Bullet. Just we saved another one. Yep. We dug deep and we saved another event, Bullet. Just an amazing time. The stipulation I came up with is if we defeated the WWE Hall of Famers, we were gonna get the rings. Don't even ask me how I come up with that stupid angle, Bullet. But anyway, kind of neat when we all got together with the stadium and sung "Happy Birthday" to the Boogie Woogie Man. That was kind of special, Bullet. So anyway, great.
Especially with Frank Beamer, Virginia Tech former head football coach, sitting in the front row.
That's exactly
Actually
right.
handed Zane Riley a beer on the way to the ring.
Oh, I love that.
And obviously that's more proof that it definitely was Frank Beamer, because if anybody has enough money to hand Zane Riley a $6 beer and say, you keep it, kid, it's definitely Frank Beamer. So.
That's exactly right. A big wrestling fan he was. Just a great night, beautiful weather. Bullet, just beautiful stadium. Sometimes the baseball stadium shows for me is just kind of awkwardish, because now they did have some people on the ground, but a lot of times the people are like far away. It's just a weird setting.
Yeah, definitely a weird dynamic.
My favorite part of the evening for me later on was, of course, when right before we go to the ring, as Ricky Morton goes over to ask Scott Steiner, who is dressing by himself and everybody's afraid to talk to him. Ricky Morton asked Scott Steiner, how is the Shoney's restaurant business doing? And Scott Steiner looked right at him, and he said, well, it's open. And of course, Ricky Morton said, well, I didn't think y'all closed it.
Well, I like your Scott Steiner impersonation. It wasn't him turning his head, because as old wrestlers do, we can't turn our head anymore. It was just that turn to the whole body. It's still open.
Yeah, he turned the whole body. And Ricky Morton said, well, and the thing got real quiet. Like, was he going to punch somebody? And Ricky Morton said, well, I didn't think y'all closed it. And that was like, you think two guys have known each other all that long, there would be a little more chuckle or that was it. That was basically it of the conversation.
Keep in mind, this was a man that got caught with a gun in his bag
literally
yes, 24 hours earlier.
Yes, he did. Great night, Bullet. Very successful. For me, I got to kayfabe out a little bit in case somebody tries to hit into my little payoff money because they think I'm doing good on my gimmick table, which is completely two different things. But George South, but all it took, Bullet, as it unfolded, was, thank you very much, Bullet, okay? You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get one of them. I got a guy checking on it. I'm going to get one of them hands that at the jewelry store, just the arm that comes from the ground up, that is basically supposed to have a ring on it. But it's just going to sit here and hold the water for us. Well, he's going to
have a counter like QVC.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Yeah, he's going to try to hook one. It's just a hand. It's just like this. But anyway, I think I hurt. I think I pulled something. But anyway, Bullet.
See, you were reaching pretty far.
Oh, that hurt. I can't even bend down like that. But, Bullet, very successful.
Remember, the Scott Steiner, you got to turn your whole body. You can't turn your neck.
Yeah, that's what you got to do like this. Bullet, listen to me. Forget wrestling. seriously, if wrestling ever interfered in my sales before, it definitely is now. I don't want to work. Okay, just give me a table. That's all I need, Bullet. Very competitive Saturday night with me selling George South bottled water, and right across the street, right across the hallway, the walkway, is the baseball team selling their own bottled water. Okay, yes, I did undercut them a whole lot, but nobody said nothing. Okay, well,
you know that is funny. I didn't realize it until just now. You were selling water.
Yes.
In a baseball stadium across from the concession stand for a fraction of the price.
Yes. Hey, like that, James Drake. Anyway, didn't get thrown out. I'll worry about that when it happens. Okay, but unbelievable. Okay, all it took is for Steamboat, Ricky Steamboat, my good friend, personal good friend. I don't want to drop a few names here, but Ricky Steamboat, the Dragon. He actually.
Actually, you just dropped all of his names.
Yes, Bullet.
Every one of them.
Bullet. It took, as successful as I am in the business world, being an interpreter, not interpreter, but entrepreneur, whatever it's called.
Entrepreneur?
Yes, thank you, Bullet.
Okay.
That's a little tongue twister. Bullet, I needed his blessing, is what I'm getting at. Okay? This is like little Bullet Jake Manning, 3rd grade, hits one over the park, and Dad Manning has to approve of it. Does that make sense?
Other than the fact that I never hit a home run my entire life. It's the only thing I'm most the
I needed Steamboat's blessing, is all I'm saying. If he'd have said, George, this is probably the stupidest idea you've ever come up with, but I would have probably just went downstairs and insulted Steiner to his face and just died.
And just see what happens.
Yeah, just take my chances, okay? I'd have went down, first time in 30 years, went down to Scott Steiner's dressing room and confronted him about all those times he knocked me out in WCW.
And then somebody would have been asked, like, what's wrong with George's head? And Scott Steiner would be like, it's still open, isn't it?
So. I was going to go down and actually make fun of the incident with the gun and all that mess. But, Bullet, Steamboat, I got his blessing. It's what it took me 4 days to just say that. But I got Steamboat's blessing. Folks, you need to watch out now. Since I got the Hawaiian Punch's blessing on this, we even took a picture, Bullet, with him pointing to this great water, Bullet, that it's Katie bar the door now. There is no limit to where George South bottled water will be able to go now, since I received his blessing, okay? We got to kind of kayfabe one as they start selling more and more, because he may ask for a cut. But anyway, very happy, Bullet. I got his blessing. That's all I want. If I never sell another bottle, Bullet, I have achieved what I have achieved. Okay, as far as
you would achieve what you've achieved because you would have achieved what you achieved.
That's exactly right. I achieved
I'm making sure that I understand exactly what you're talking about.
Yes. Thank you, Bullet. Moving on. Just very, very thankful, Steamboat, for that blessing, Bullet. I'm picking up 3 cases this week. Again, I say what I did last week, Bullet. I'm very quick approaching the 100th bottle mark. But listen to me. I'm telling you, once that 100th bottle, but I kind of like what you said too. I may milk it for a little bit because people are like buying it to support me because they want to hear this goof's name. It will be the first internet paid-for-view. I ain't giving it to you free, but I will announce the idiot that made that smart comment. Again, I add this to it, Bullet. If he'd have just shut his mouth, these would have ended up in the budget bin at my table. Okay, but by me feeding off the fuel of his hatred for my success, Steamboat bottled water, I'm going straight, Bullet, listen to me. This will be in every kid's lunch box before Christmas.
Yeah, and you're going to have all these kids and adults going, man, when did Jimmy Valiant get his own bottle of water?
Oh, Bullet!
Because we'd be remiss if we don't bring up the Salem, Virginia, that some fan mistaked you for Jimmy Valiant. I don't know if that means that Jimmy Valiant is doing better off than what they thought, or worse off than they thought.
Bullet, you know what's funny is I have posted about that, and people said, man, George, that's a good one. That's a good one. But
I saw it.
I mean,
Zane Riley, when he took the picture, asked the fan to say boogie woogie 1 2 3 and snap the picture.
And Bullet, I couldn't break the news to the poor guy because he was like, overly excited to meet the Boogie Woogie Man.
Don't worry, he still doesn't know. But I saw him walk right by Jimmy Valiant and paid no attention to him whatsoever because he's like, oh, Sabu, oh, Ricky Stevo, but never crossed the path of this big banner that says WWE Hall of Famer Jimmy Valiant over here, and then some guy that's got bottled water says GeorgeSouth.com might be someone else, or might be the person that's on his side.
Folks, listen to me. That happened. I mean, he actually leaned over the table that had the water, my pictures,
but knocked over your table,
even the book, to tell me that he has waited all of his life to meet the Boogie Woogie Man. Okay.
Put his arm around you.
Put my arm around me.
Took a picture with him and said 1, 2, 3, Boogie Woogie. Took the picture, posted on social media, tagged you as Jimmy Valiant. Showed all of his friends, probably showing his mom, his dad, his girlfriend, and everybody. It's in his flip phone forever.
He finally, and that's all we're here to do, folks. We're here to
pretend to be your hero. Yeah. Which I almost had to pretend to be Ric Flair this past Saturday, and I gladly would have done it. I know how the promo goes at every big-time wrestling show. You got to talk about it's horseman country. Yes. You got to talk about Ricky Morton's here. Hide your daughters. And then say that him and Barry Windham used to run roughshod all over Salem, Virginia.
Yes. Just a great weekend, believe it or not. Folks, real quick, thank you so much, Bullet. Real quick, this week, Friday night, I will be returning to Dallas, North Carolina again for the big Fish Friday and Fight. Fish Friday. Yes, a big fish fry at the church. It's all up on my website. We will be wrestling. They're selling the plate, the fish plates all day.
This is the same place the rain.
Yes, it sure is. Bull, it sure is.
Same place where it was torrential downpour,
yes,
leaking in a tent, standing in 2 foot of water. Lightning bolt goes off, hits the light pole on the baseball stadium, and at that moment I look over to you and Cam Newton, and I go, I wonder what Cedric Alexander's doing right now.
I remember that.
I wonder if it's as glamorous as this right now.
It's the only time I've ever been put in a tent to get out of the rain, and I got wetter in the tent than I did in the traditional downfall. But it's going to be a great night. It's a fundraiser, of course, for the church, for the fish, big fish plates, great fried fish will be available all day Friday. And, of course, our show will be starting around 5 to 7-ish. So, and again, Saturday, put a quick plug in for our buddy Jason Freeman. We'll be running a new building for him, Lenore. It actually used to have wrestling there at this Lenore building downtown many years ago. It's not really like a boys club. It's almost like a community center kind of ish. But anyway, everything's on NAWA's website. Big Show, he returns back to Lenore. Of course, we were running the Armory there. I think I shared that story with you, where the Armory sergeant jacked up the rent, and we're not able to run that building anymore. So, a big weekend. Bullet, real quick. Any comedian in?
Kamalang? Yes, I'm also going to be using Kamalang. On top of being a Ric Flair impersonator, I'm also a Kamala impersonator. No, I have a comedy show this Thursday at the Evening Muse All Organic Open Mic. Chestney Goodson will be the featured performer on that night, eveningmuse.com. Also, too, I will be emceeing at the Comedy Zone Friday, Saturday, and Sunday for Julian McCullough from Julian Loves Music. I will be busy all this weekend, and then after that, last show on Sunday's done. I can take a breather, take a little bit of break. Don't have another show or another engagement until PWX August 20th. So I got a little bit of breathing room. It's been a little bit crazy for me, and so when Monday morning or late Sunday night hits, I'll be able to just kind of breathe a little bit and relax.
Busy last 3 weeks for you, up and down the road everywhere, Bullet.
I tweeted a picture of Jake the Snake Roberts and like the earlier late 80s. They look very disheveled, like at a party, and there's a look downtrodden, and I just put hashtag current mood. I fully stand by that statement and stand by that, I guess, meme in a sense, because that's exactly how I feel right now.
So glad, Bullet, that you were with me this weekend. I had a great time. Real quick, if you don't mind, the idiot of the week.
Okay.
Bullet, and you got to be quick to catch this one, folks. And Bullet, I can see very stand-up comedian-ish material here. Okay. This really happened. Bullet, today, I don't even hardly listen to the news, but every now and then, as I'm flicking the channels looking for Journey, the news will actually sneak in through the radio, believe it or not. Bullet, Charlotte, North Carolina, today, they interviewed a lady. Well, this is good. They interviewed a lady that went to the QT. You'll see it tonight if you watch the news, folks. But anyway, sweet lady, she actually went to the QT to get gas. There was a gentleman there with a puppy. And I think she knew the gentleman's history, so she actually said on the news that she just knew the guy was going to sell the puppy to get money for crack cocaine. That was her words on the news. So, Bullet, I need a drum roll on this one. So, she gave the guy $50 to rescue the puppy. So she gave the guy $50 and took the puppy to find the puppy a home. So, well, I think the puppy's the smartest one in this transition. Right here, Bullet. Okay. So, okay? So, and you can say, well, so what I'm doing, I'm throwing her in the idiot bag, okay? Because she gave the guy $50 to save the puppy, which that was the purpose he was selling the puppy. You know what I'm saying? Allegedly, is what she said, because she knew him and whatever. She says, I couldn't let him do it this time because he was trying to get some money to buy his recreational drug. So she gave him $50. And when that come out, I thought, wait a minute, there's something wrong with this. Ain't they, Bullet? I mean, if she'd have got...
You know what, tell you what, sounds like one heck of a great sales pitch. I wish I could start drinking again and then start hawking my t-shirts. And then people are like, you know what, I know he's only going to spend this money on alcohol.
Yes.
But I just got to wrestle this t-shirt away from him. Because just the well-being of that Man Scout Manning t-shirt, I need to give him $20. Like, I would sell puppies all the time.
I know.
You know what I'm saying? That's how I'd get my beer money. I'd still be drinking right now. That sounds like a very aggressive sales pitch.
I'm throwing her and him, not the puppy, because the puppy just wants to be left alone. But I will throw him in the idiot bag because I need somebody this week for the idiot of the week. But I'm not to say that I won't be using her or his sales pitch later on as I sell my water. So, we will throw them in an idiot bag, okay? But, folks, if you see me at a wrestling show with a box...
say, this is full of arsenic, and you're going to sell it to children. Hold on, man. I'm spitballing here, okay? It's full of arsenic, and you're going to sell it to kids. But if you buy it from me right now for $5, I won't sell it to kids for $1. It's full of arsenic. Just saying,
Bullet,
it's a very aggressive sales pitch, but it might get you over that $100 threshold much sooner.
So, Bullet,
it might even put you over 100 cases if you're gonna go for the jugular.
Bullet, what a great sales pitch. So her and him will be not the puppy. We don't need the animal people all over us. We will throw them in the idiot bag, but with the acknowledgement, and we will give them a proper thank you. When I start using her sales or his sales,
you got to recognize the hustle.
Brother made $50 regardless. Okay, folks. So listen to me. What we will give? Hey, I'll go find a puppy. Okay, if you purchase. That's not good.
The stumbly bumbly Jewish.
Oh, that was bad. Bullet. I'm trying to think of something. I got to relate that. Okay, Bullet with Oh, I know what, Bullet.
Okay,
I tell you what I'll do. I'm going out on a limb here. Okay, Bullet. The end is showing a good note. The Georgia South Bottled Water Company is doing so great, picking up 3 cases just this week only, from this show till next show. If you, I will give you a free. I can't even believe I'm saying that word, Bullet. I will give you a free bottle of the greatest water since Noah's flood. If you purchase
the second greatest book of all time, which isn't as cute and as cuddly as a puppy, but will be shipped by highspots.com. So if you want to know more about what I'm doing this weekend, make sure you follow me on Twitter at ManScoutManning or on Instagram at ManScoutManning. This has been another edition of Dad, You Don't Work, You Wrestle.
Thank you. Yeah, you had to tie it up again for me, Bullet.
We come back to that puppy reference. We had to get back.
I think I'm still in the comedy zone three nights, Bullet.
I know, it was a stellar thing. Like I said, if I ever get a really drunk crowd, I'm just going to do what you do at a big-time wrestling show on the microphone.